This is where I live, not in the lighthouse, but in the surrounding community of St. Margaret's Bay, Nova Scotia. We have lobster fishing, foggy mornings, and quiet ocean views. Like the rest of the world, we're facing two almost unfathomable issues: climate change and peak oil. Together, they're known as the hydrocarbon twins. Being on the coast, we have few doubts about climate change. Storm surges and rising sea levels have already washed out causeways and fishing docks in our own community. Peak oil, on the other hand, isn't quite so apparent. But the truth is that we all sit at the edge of the petroleum interval, and no one knows exactly what comes next. Global peak oil production occurred in the 1970s, and it's only the recent boom in shale gas fracking that is temporarily extending our collective fossil fuel dependence. Combined, experts expect these two challenges to impact nearly every aspect of our lives, from food security to transportation to health. Researchers also predict that one of the impacts of the end of cheap transportation will be economic relocalization. In other words, small is inevitable, and when we speak of adaptation and mitigation in the face of the hydrocarbon twins, communities will therefore become key actors. So, as small communities then, what exactly do we do about all of this? Do we just wait? The answer is that we can take action to become resilient. Resilience is a term that has been adapted from the field of ecology, and it describes a system with the adaptive capacity to respond to shocks. After being disrupted, a resilient system retains its functions and its identity. Self-organization and agency are deemed equally important to achieving resilience. Various studies also agree on a key set of attributes that stem from these two concepts. But community resilience is best thought of as a process, not as an end result. And so building community resilience looks a lot like community consultation, except the community consults itself to determine how it will adapt to changing circumstances. In 2004, Rob Hopkins formalized his town's efforts to build resilience against climate change and peak oil, the hydrocarbon twins. His ideas have spread across the globe, and today nearly 1,000 communities are building resistance as part of the Transition Network. Our community of St. Margaret's Bay, Nova Scotia is part of that network, and we have set to work, integrating our knowledge and our ideas to support a resilient future. A greenhouse cooperative and educational garden have been built, from which 60 pounds of food were harvested for hungry families throughout the community. We're also building the local economy by developing local currencies and by identifying and developing key skills that will be needed for our future. And so, in the face of the hydrocarbon twins, communities just like mine can transition to a more sustainable future, working together to develop resilience.